Hi and welcome to this kind of just mukbang or whatever I should call it. So I'm going to have my lunch, and this is my lunch. I do not have a kitchen because I'm in Sweden. So what I'm going to eat now is just some chickpeas and some salted and roasted. These are actually dry roasted almonds, and then it's some spinach and tomatoes, So every day I try to have like, one portion of like green leafy vegetables, and then, I tend to eat some kind of beans or, chickpeas or something. So it's quite beneficial, to be vegan, because if you are traveling or if you're going, if you're living somewhere, you do not have a kitchen, you cannot prepare food. I mean, I don't know how you would survive, or how I would survive if I wasn't vegan, Like how would I prepare, like meat and stuff. And I have just, put some kind of, what is it called? Herbal salt on this, So I have a final assignment tomorrow in the course that I have been currently doing, And it's a course in a package that I'm going to include to this second bachelor degree that I'm doing. So I have the final assignment tomorrow, So I'm going to try and study some more today for that assignment, because it's now almost 1 o'clock, and I've been studying for it for some time, today. And then I've been doing some kind of other things, And also in the same time I'm doing a master program, So I have some, papers to write for that current kind of master course that I'm taking. But I think it's 2 papers that I have left to write, and I'm like halfway through one of them, and then I just have mainly the third one and the last one to work with. So by the way, chickpeas is something that that I'm so kind of, living on. I honestly, I love hummus, chickpea kind of, full or like, mashed kind of chickpeas, and also there is roasted chickpeas. And in the Middle East they have these kinds of chickpeas that are roasted and salted, and they are so good. And this is like a super simple, kind of lunch, because this have to also sort of satisfy me for when I go to the gym. And it must be possible to, prepare without the kitchen. Plus I want to get my greens every day. So this is quite typical, kind of lunch / dinner that I eat every day. So my plans now for, for the rest of December is that on Thursday I'm starting the final course in this course package that I'm taking for this second bachelor degree. And I'm going to attend the first kind of lecture, introductional lecture on Thursday. And then after that I'm going to travel on the, let me check in my phone, because I'm going to travel from Sweden on... I'm going to check. So I'm going to travel from Sweden latest on the 11th of December, you know. But I might travel even on the, let me see here, like in this coming weekend. But maybe on the 11th, that's like the latest date, you know. And then I'm going to be away from Sweden for the rest of December until January, so probably, I don't even know for how long, until sometime in January I'm going to be back in Sweden, maybe for just a short time, and then I'm hoping to be able to stay in UAE, so for example in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So I'm trying to find something that I can sort of do work with over there. So either as a part-time job or as a full-time job, you know, because I'm going to be doing this master program, you know, even in the spring, but it's only like half time, so it's something that I can sort of, you know, schedule the time for, you know, on my free time. So yeah, you know. And I do not want to stay in Sweden. That's like the number one thing, you know. Now I was in Sweden for entire November, but I don't know, because I was up to the North Sweden, and I think that was in the beginning of November, and before that I was also in Sweden in part of October, and before that in September and also October, I think it was, I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, and that was amazing. It was, you know, I love the place over there. I want to live there. I feel like home there, you know. So, and I have spent so much time there. So for me, it's just like, it's the best place, you know. And and before that, I was also in Sweden, and it was awful. And then I was in Jordan during Ramadan. So I was in Jordan in I think it was in May and June. Yeah, something like that, you know. So that was really nice, you know. So I'm trying to sort of, you know, juggle all of these things, you know, that I'm sort of trying to do, and to find, you know, you know, like a plan for everything, you know, or mainly a plan for how I'm going to be full-time over there, because I'm also like thinking about doing like a B package in, you know, for this second bachelor degree. So I almost, after that, you know, like if I do one more term full-time in the spring for this second bachelor, then I can like take out the degree, you know, do the project and stuff, you know. So that's why I'm thinking about, you know, study 150% as well in the spring. But in that time, I'm going to be part-time in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Jordan. Or I could be full-time in any of those places because I love them, you know, and I really, really, really love being there, you know. It's the best place ever. I have so much more motivation as well for study when I'm in those places, you know. So yeah, so it's just a whole difference, you know. And this is just water. So I need to learn Arabic, like fluent Arabic, you know. So that's also something I really want to focus on. But that's why I was thinking that if I'm only doing the master in the springtime, and by the way, there is like, it's very windy outside, so I don't know, there are some stuff, you know, flying in here, you know, because of the wind is coming in. So yeah, so I want to learn Arabic, like fluent, kind of speaking it, you know. So I was thinking if I'm only going to study the master in the spring on half time, you know, and then I would be working, and I would be in the Middle East, you know, either in, you know, as I said, in Abu Dhabi or in Jordan, you know, at least part-time, then I would try and focus more on, you know, learning Arabic, because, you know, I need to learn. I know the letters and I know the alphabet, so I can sort of read basic kinds of text, but you know, I have understanding for certain words, you know, but like not like in a fluent kind of manner, you know. And also I want to keep up with my yoga practice. So I mean, I did some kind of stretches today, you know, but I'm going to do like more like a flow. But I was thinking about sort of record it, you know, so I can share it with you as well, you know. So you can also join me, you know, while I'm doing the yoga. So like my goal, my target is to really do yoga every day, you know, and that's quite hard, you know, because when you're having studies and stuff, and I also try to go to the gym every day, you know, because I'm doing runnings and doing different stuff, you know, in the gym, like conditional training. So yoga is just, it's just to get on the mat. That's like the whole key about it. And I even like to study on my yoga mat, you know, because I don't like to sit on chairs, you know, for like study. I like to switch, you know, and sit on my yoga mat, because then I just have another kind of position, you know, with my back, and it's just nice. I enjoy to sit on the floor, you know. I think I'm like a Bedouin, you know, because I love to sit, you know, closer to the earth, like closer to the ground. I do not like to sit on chairs, you know. When I was a kid, I used to sit in like a full lotus pose, you know, wherever I was, I sat it like with my legs in a full lotus pose. And my dad, he was like, don't sit like that. He was like, that's not normal, you know. And I was like, but I want to sit like this. I said, like, I enjoy this, you know. So I was like doing full lotus pose all the time, and my dad was thinking that I was just weird, you know. And the funny thing is that I did not know that it was a yoga pose, you know. So yeah, so it was kind of a good practice to do it as a kid, because obviously once I started yoga, I already knew, you know, the full lotus pose. So I'm also thinking about, you know, doing some different kinds of videos when it comes to this, like how I do this, you know, sort of hijab or scarf, you know. So I'm going to do some such kind of videos, you know, and also because I'm going to be packing, you know, within a few days, just to have like, you know, the stuff that I'm going to take with me once I'm leaving Sweden. So I think I'm going to make like a travel kind of package video as well, because I have traveled, you know, I have packed so much, you know, like so many times, so I know exactly what I need whenever I go travel. So also I didn't buy, you know, any clothes for, you know, like months. I bought clothes when I was in Dubai and in Abu Dhabi, because I always buy all my clothes in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and in Jordan. I never buy anything from Sweden because I don't find clothes in Sweden, you know. There's only, you know, very boring kind of shops in Sweden. So typically when I pack, when I'm gonna go to the Middle East, or, you know, in general, now because I have been, you know, spending more time in Sweden, unfortunately, I have had to, you know, be going, you know, to Middle East, so it has been more like I've been sort of going back and forth, you know. But I mean, I wouldn't, and that's why I don't really pack my bag, you know, so much with clothes, because I know that anything that I need is actually over there, you know. So at the university where I'm kind of studying, one of the universities, they do have, you know, like a cafeteria. But I mean, I think I explained in another kind of video here that it's typically so crowded and so noisy at the university, so it's like no point in even sit there, you know, because whenever I try to study in the university, it's just, you know, noises all the time, and it's like, first of all, it's often not even clean in all of the places, and typically there is absolutely not one single spot available, you know, to even sit at, you know. All the chairs and everything is just, it's occupied, you know. So when I go to the university, one of the universities where I'm studying at, I typically do the lectures, you know. So, and because if I'm just gonna go there and spend, you know, 20 minutes searching for somewhere to sit, and, you know, ensure that it's like, you know, I have a chair, I have like table space and all these things. I mean, I can't spend that much time on just doing these things, you know, getting to the university and like finding space there, you know. So for me, it's like I save time when I'm just studying at home, because then I have like 40 extra minutes, you know, that I can get done my stuff, and that means I have, you know, more time, you know, available. So I'm going to end this video quite shortly, but something that I'm really think is nice, you know, over in Dubai and these places, is that they have these, you know, kind of local, you know, grown veggies, and also like farmers markets, you know, and just organic and exotic kinds of fruits, because Thailand is not super far from UAE. So they do import some, you know, guavas and dragon fruits like pitaya, and lychee fruits and rambutan fruit, and always watermelons, and they have like all kinds of nice fruits there, you know, passion fruits, let me think, pink guava they have. There's like a ton of different fruits, you know, and you cannot find these types of fruits in Sweden. As well, they have like, you know, 10 different mangoes, and, you know, when the mangoes are in season from Pakistan and India, they are like amazing, you know. So if you ever go to Dubai and you're going to stay in like a hotel, ensure that you go actually buying fruits, you know, from a supermarket, because, you know, you can get all these kind of exotic types of fruits, you know. So I'm going to finish this. I haven't even eaten half of it because it takes so much time to eat chickpeas. Anyhow, I'm going to end there and I hope you enjoy this. So bye bye.